morning. How are we all today? I'm now working between two craft rooms, so it's so exciting to see my new one coming together. But this old one now is just so untidy. I will get there. How do you eat an elephant? One spoonful at a time. So I am just taking it as it comes, moving a few bits and pieces out and organising them in my new room. I've ordered some storage off Amazon yesterday, so I'm really pleased with that. I'll show you that when it comes and what I'm going to use it for. So today I'm showing you the rosette flower. I mean, you can add the ribbons at the bottom, or you could just leave it as a flower like that. Now, as you can see, it's quite a big flower. It's actually 5 inches across. So if you want a smaller one, then adjust your measurements that I'm going to give you this morning. I've made the flower. I'm making this, dropping everything now. I am making this lace book with my mum. We've been doing it each Wednesday since Christmas, and it's a work in progress. It's coming together. It is coming together, I promise you. So I've made the flower to go. That's the front. I've made it to go on the back. First of all, I was thinking of putting these on the back as a flower, which I still may do. But then I made this. So I actually believe I'm going to put this on the back. Trim those, I don't know. So that's what I made this for. So following making this one, I had some, well, me and my mum made one of these each. My mum made a smaller one. So with the bits that were left over, I made a smaller one as well. I think this one measures, let's measure this one, measures 4.5 inches across, this one. And this morning I've been playing with bits and pieces to see what I wanted to put in the middle. I was trying it with flowers and buttons, different buttons. Let me just stand up. That's quite nice actually. But I think I'm going to put those flowers in that one. And this one is another 5 inches across. And this one, I tried various buttons. My daughter said a turquoise button. I tried that. But I actually prefer that rose in the middle of there. So I'm going to glue the rose in there. So for this, you need your glue gun. And I'm just going to glue these in so they can just be cooling down. All these bits and pieces I collect, I scour antique shops and flea markets and all sorts of places, and I have drawers full like this that are all too full of just bits and pieces. So there we go. So that's my 3. So I'm going to show you how I made them. So first of all, I've got a plain piece of fabric, and this makes the outer edge. And this is 4.5. Let me check them on screen. Now this messy might look dirty. It is marked, but it isn't dirty, it's clean. So it's a 4.5 by 18 inches. So it's 4.5 inches wide, 18 inches. Now if you get a fat quarter, and I've chosen this one, I thought this was particularly pretty. These are 18 inches. So I've been led to believe, yep, that's 18 inches. It's just slightly over 18 inches on a fat quarter. And so you need to cut 3 of these. So you want one at 4 inches, and it's best to tear because you get that lovely shabby effect. Whoop. One at 4 inches, one at 3 inches, at 3 inches or thereabouts. I suppose if you halved all of these, you would get half a size fish flower. 3 inches, and then 2.5 inches. She's there. How satisfying is that little piece of fabric? Really like that. I love the colours. Right, so then you get your pieces of fabric and your glue gun, hence the messy mat, because there is no actually no, do this, there is no stitching involved in this. So you literally, I do need a new glue gun. It's my birthday next week and my mum said, what do you want? I said, a glue gun please, and a nice new crafters one. So you literally run your glue along the end and fold over. So this is my 4.5 inch, my first sort of backing, my first outer edge there. So the 4.5 inch length. It's curling a bit because it's frayed, because I've tore it off and it's frayed. So I'm going to put my glue gun. My desk is covered in all sorts, you know, because I've been clearing up and tidying up and sorting out all those things you buy at the beginning of crafting, and then because you think you need them, and then you don't really need them, so you end up just stashing them away. Well, I've been sorting all those things out, so I've got a box ready to take to the charity shop. Right, so that's the first one, and then the second one you do exactly the same. Whoop. You do exactly the same, so you're folding them all. In fact, I'm going to try and be dead clever here and go right all the way along. Beat the glue. Beat the glue so I can glow up. Do you watch glow up? Beat the chair. Beat the chair. I love glow up. It's the makeup with the makeup artists on. And my daughter Olivia, who's training to be a nurse, is a trained makeup artist as well, and so we always watch that together. We sort of have a competition between us of who's going to win that week or who's going to win the series overall. Right, take the next, just let me check now which is the next. This is the next size down. I'm not worried about all these bits of cotton and things. When I'm making these with my mum, she's like cutting them all off, saying, oh, take that off. I don't want that on, I don't want that on. But hey, the shabbier the better, I think. My glue stick is so long it keeps hitting the camera tripod. I'm going to have a new camera set up in my new room as well, so I can film whenever I want to. I'm going to have my sewing machine handy so I can sew whenever I need to do on a video. So that's all very exciting. That's 3, and then the smallest one, just go along the edge. Whoop. There. And there. Talking, you can tell when I'm concentrating because I talk quieter. Oh, my husband will probably say, concentrate a bit more. Concentrate a bit more, Sharon. Right. So all the main furniture's been moved, shelves erected in the room. The big piece of furniture out of here, I have this old vintage drawer set, which It's really heavy, so my son came over yesterday to help my husband move that. It's like got a Welsh dresser top on it. So I've been putting things away on there. Jars, but now I've decided I need to decorate all my jars. So always things you want to do, isn't there? Right, so each one of these now, you've glued them and folded them lengthways. You just fold them in half, just to speed things up. And then about 1/4 centimetre, like my best scissors are upstairs. So you're cutting down to that glue line. You can actually, as you cut, you can feel the glue line. Now, if you cut right across, it doesn't matter. You can still use it, but try not to. It makes life so much simpler if you don't. So cut down to the glue line. So these are like the, not like the petals, they are the petals. Very quiet now, aren't I? So today I'm going into the garden after this video with my husband. We're planting some plants. Then he is going to clean the windows in the conservatory. And once he's done that, we are decorating for Jubilee. Not I keep calling it Jubilee. It's because I've had a silver, golden and a diamond Jubilee in my lifetime of the monarchy. But no, we are decorating for the King's coronation, which is going to be amazing. We're up early tomorrow. So my mum's coming tonight. And I'm making gyros for tea. Chicken and pita and tzatziki and things. Gluten-free for my mum, of course. So we're having gyros for tea. I'm going to watch the new Downton Abbey tonight. The one about Queen Charlotte when she was younger and how she met King George. So we're going to do that. That's this evening. And tomorrow we will be up very early to watch. I don't know what time the TV starts with the Jubilee coronation celebrations, but we will be up very early to watch what's going on. We want to watch everybody arriving at Westminster Abbey, see what everybody's wearing, where they're going to sit. Will Prince Harry turn up? It's just too exciting to be true. We're having English afternoon tea. So we need to cook my brisket after. We're having brisket, pressed brisket and onion little sandwiches. We're having cheese and pickle sandwiches. We're having freshly roasted chicken and a little bit of stuffing sandwiches. We will be having ham and mustard sandwiches. How exciting. All no packet meats here tomorrow. It's all freshly cooked. My mum's cooked the ham. Then we will be having scones, of course. There will be plain scones, fruit scones, some weird chocolate M&M scones. There will be fresh, beautiful, freshly made jam and clotted cream for our scones. There will be a birthday cake for me, because it's actually my birthday next week. But we will be celebrating it tomorrow because, one, my daughter's down from Durham and she won't be down here for my birthday because she'll be working, and she can't come down next weekend because of other commitments. So we're having my birthday celebration tomorrow along with the coronation. So I get some prezzies tomorrow. How exciting is that? Prezzies and cards tomorrow. You see, I'm just opening it up, and where it's, what was the middle folded, I just had those snips. That's two. So I'll be getting my cards and prezzies, and so along with the scones, we've got birthday cake. My other daughter Olivia makes probably the nicest cakes ever. And she is making me my favourite sponge cake with buttercream made from frosting, buttercream made from cream cheese and sugar and butter. And, However, I have been told I've got high cholesterol. And I'm starting to watch my fat intake. So I have literally hardly had any fats at all this week. In fact, I don't think I've had any. And apart from milk in my cup of tea, so that I'm going to be able to have some creamy things tomorrow because it's Coronation Day. So that's what we're having to eat. To drink, we've obviously got soft drinks and tea and coffee. Oh, it'll be tea. A cup of tea, obviously, with afternoon tea. So I have a cup of tea and we've got some champagne, we've got Prosecco. And then we had a big meeting, my 2 daughters and me and my mum, to decide, what cocktails shall we have? And we've come up with porn star martinis, of course. That's the passion fruit liqueur with syrup and passion fruit and Prosecco. So that is going to be our cocktail of choice. Right, I've got all of those. Now at this stage, this is what is required. And the reason you do that is, can you see how it's shabby chiced up those edges? So there it is before. There it is after. So I'm just keeping them all in order here, then I don't mix up my layers. Yeah, so that is our Friday and Saturday planned out. So we need to get the house decorated today too with our flags, our union flags and things, bunting and things. And there is the smaller one. So that's today's job. That's Saturday. Sunday we're just going to relax and take it easy, and we are going to enjoy watching the festival from, is it from Windsor? From Windsor. Right, I've got a paintbrush here, so I would guess it's probably about a centimetre, so about 1/4 of an inch diameter. So you start off with the smallest one and put a little bit of your glue on there, and then wind it round. Keep it nice and tight. I won't be able to gas on now to you about I'm going to have to turn it this way. This is my way to jabber on now. I'll have to be quiet as I do this. So you might want to fast forward. You might not. So my son-in-law is down from Durham. James, he stayed with us overnight because he's going to Lisbon today in Portugal for some stag thing. So my daughter Jess is teaching today, so she's coming down straight after. She'll be staying with us. She's like me, she's a royalist, and my mum as well, and so she'll be watching. That's a phone ringing, and it's going to be for me. Oh, ouch, it always is. So James is coming in a minute, unless he just doesn't answer it. Oh, he's thinking now, do I answer that or not? Oh, it might be my husband actually. Hubby's been out by bread and things to make our afternoon tea sandwiches with tomorrow. Because I don't know whether bakers, etc. shops will be open. Because everyone will be watching the coronation. It's such a historic event for us all. I saw this poll and it said there's only about 33% of the country actually excited about this coronation. I certainly am. It's just such an important part of our country's history is our monarchy. I watched a programme on the suits that they make, not the suits, the uniforms, how they make them for the soldiers. You know, the dress coats and livery coats, and wow, there's some work goes into that. It's up in there. It's just folded the wrong way there. Yeah, so wow, and that the jackets for these, some of these, the like the majors who lead the band, the bands and things, their jackets are made of silk velvet, red silk velvet that comes in from Italy, and the trim on it, the gold trim is gold. I'm like, what is one of these uniforms? How much do they cost? And you think, wow, they say that it's cost about 28 million, this coronation, and you think, wow, is it worth it? But then I think, well, yeah, it is. It's sort of virtually a once in a lifetime, virtually, for each British and Commonwealth, United Kingdom and Commonwealth countries. Not even though my mum, the ripe old age of 86, it's her second one. So yeah, it is worth it. Because the monarchy, they do work hard. They do bring a lot of tourism and visitors to the country. Right, so I've finished there. So I'm just going to bring the next one in and continue wrapping around. So yeah, I do think they do a great job. I do think they've had a tough time of things. I mean, it all seemed to start when we lost Princess Diana, well, when the divorce of Princess Diana, then the loss of our beautiful Princess of Wales, then scandals that have hit the family. But it's just like any other family. Why would they be any different? There's not so very nice scandal of the prince. I'm not naming any names, but it's not Harry. I mean, what the Queen must have gone through as a mother there, and with Andrew. Oh, I have named his name. There you go. I mean, what Harry's, I don't know, how Harry's done pales in significance to the allegations against Andrew, but, you know, Harry seems to be being penalised in a similar way, just for stepping back. You know, he's stepped back from being a royal, he's not stepped back from being a son, but yet he's sort of, I don't know, perhaps said things he shouldn't have said about his family. I mean, my family, all families have issues, but I certainly wouldn't go on national television discussing ways that I used to fight with my brothers when we were children. I mean, who didn't fight with the brothers when they were children? I mean, that young man has been through so much, from having to walk behind his mother's coffin when he was a little boy on national display. It was probably damaged him for life. I'll just keep going right. You'll be pleased to know there's only 2 more of these I need to put on. So can you see it building up there, just round and round and round? Keep as close to this edge as you can. The closer you can keep, the flatter your flower will go. Right, next piece, next one. I think that was my son ringing me then. He's Let me use it the other way. He has been interviewing this morning for the first time. He's interviewed. We're looking at we need some more staff at our nursery, and he has been interviewing a teacher, so fingers crossed she takes the job. How amazing will that be? It's so difficult to get. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. Teachers into private early years education. I need one of those glue guns that doesn't go as hot. My husband got me this one, and he got it at the DIY store, so I think it's an industrial one. It goes that hot. If you touch it, that's it. You've lost your hand. So I think that was my son on the phone, so he'd be wanting a bit of advice, but he's just got the advice I can give him now is that he's got to wait. Ouch. Got some new plants from my garden. I'm excited to put them in. I lost a few plants this winter. I think it's been like raining and then freezing. So I don't think that helps the flowers, does it? It helps the plants. I've got a beautiful tulip display. I've nearly done, folks, nearly done. As you get further along, obviously, it's each piece is quicker because it's a larger circle to wrap around. Olivia's at uni today. She's doing a final sort of university block, and they're looking at leadership and management within the NHS. I'm like, there is no leadership and management within the NHS. It's just an absolute bloody shambles. Sorry, swore. It's an absolute shambles at the moment. Absolute sham. You just can't get to see a doctor. Just don't know what's happening. Anyway, let's not spoil my happy. You see the flower coming along there? It's going to be pretty, that, isn't it? Let's not spoil my happy coronation. I keep calling it Jubilee. Happy coronation mood. My mum keeps saying, it's not my Jubilee. It's not. And I know it's not, but I can't help but say it. Because that's all I've been used to all my life is Jubilee after Jubilee. Can't wait to see Princess Kate tomorrow. They reckon she's not going to wear a tiara. They normally wear tiaras and coronets and all the like official monarchy dress comes out. Bloody, I'm swearing again. Blooming velvet, silk velvet and ermine and all that sort of thing. Jess was at, my daughter was at a castle yesterday. They took the class to this castle near where she lives. Raby Castle, and she said, oh, like the coronation robes of old, right on display in the main hall. Oh, she said, you should have never seen as much red velvet, ermine and gold in my life. Anyway, apparently Princess of Wales, our lovely Kate, is not going to wear a tiara. She's going to wear a circlet of flowers on her hair. I thought, yeah, I bet there's the odd diamond studded in there. Because of King Charles, is very into his sustainability, etc. Very eco-friendly. He even had the green man on his wedding invitation. Coronation invitations. So apparently she's wearing a circlet of flowers in her hair. So it just gets too exciting. Right, I've gone all the way around. Let me just check those edges. There we go. Just give that a little squeeze and then slide it off, and there we go. That will actually flatten down, although from the back it looked quite thick and bulky. It flattens down. How pretty is that? It flattens down really, really nicely. There's the back. That's It's really lovely. So what I do then, we need some, I'm going to put some dangles on. So I've got some of the creamy coloured there. So I will just tear some strips. That must be my daughter ringing there because I heard my husband say, hello, sausage. Everybody wants me. Oh, that's a very shabby one. Shall I use that? Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, everybody wants me. When I do a video, everybody wants me. It's like, Mum, Mum, Mum. It's as though everybody has to know where I am, what I'm doing, if they can interrupt me for whatever reason. This is very satisfying. And this craft room is downstairs, very near where I keep the house farm. So it's going to be fab when I am oops, I'm going to use some of these as well. It's going to be fab when I am upstairs and I'm out the way. Yay! It should be enough. 1, 2. I'm also going to cut a circle of this fabric to go on the back. Let's just take it down there and along there. Let's get like some semblance of a square. So we fold that into quarters and I'm going to sort of cut my circular shape-ish. Circular-ishy. That is too big. That is way, way, way too big. So really that and that distance and that should be the same. So I need to come round here. I'm forgetting the geometry. Yeah, that's about right because you have to take it down over that edge there. So your dangles, just put your bits together. You can always trim afterwards. These are a bit short, so I'm going to do this. Get them together. Get them together. Get them all together like this. And then I will just tie a piece around the middle just to hold them together. There we go. So that they are different lengths, and that's because I didn't use the same length material for them all. I'm actually just going to cut them down a bit there. And then I'm going to glue them on the back. This is where I burn my fingers again, no doubt. Just pop them on there. Be so careful using glue guns. I haven't blistered, but I have ended up with some very, very, very nasty, nasty, nasty burns. I am going to just come under here at the bottom, just put a bit more glue down and around there and pull those down and sort of fasten them, you know, under that, tuck them in under the edge of that flower. Not every piece, but the base ones. Then back on top. Oh, this is a killer bit. Put that there. I'm actually going to use something else to do that. So that is glued on, and then I come around this edge and quickly first edge, which was on your piece of wood, doweling or brush. Right, I'm going to just press that on there. You can always keep going back and keep refastening down. Oh, I hate working with hot glue, to be honest. I am going to get a new glue gun. I'm going to treat myself. So I'm going away Wednesday. I'm going to Wales. My husband's taking me away for a couple of nights because it's my birthday. So that's fastened on the back there. And there we are from the front. Let's just cut that little piece. I'm just going to unplug this glue gun. Just cut that bit off there. Let's just bring this back. Nicer background. So there we go. That's that. So I've got some nice, these are all vintage buttons here. I'm just going to stand up so I can see better. It's only taken me 36 minutes. I thought it would have been a longer video. Just see now what I want in the middle. These are all, although they look dark, they're actually mother of pearl. Do I want a lighter? Oh, I prefer a lighter, definitely. Defo. Do I have one with holes or not? I think I prefer the one not with holes. Because if I have holes, I always like to see cotton coming through the holes. This is quite a nice one. That's a little bit smaller. Oh, now then. This is where I'm screaming at the video normally, going, that one, that one. And then the artist goes and puts a different one. There's a glass. It doesn't show up very well, does it? I think I'm going to go with that one. What's this one? No. So I'm going to go with this one. So you literally pop glue into that hole in the middle. Put your button on. I'm going to press it down with that again. There we go. And there it is, finished. A lovely no-sew flower rosette. And I put one on my dog. I went, there you go. She was like, I put it on a collar. And she was like, you know, I'm shaking here as though you can see me, as though I'm wagging my tail. She was wagging her tail with her nose proudly in the air. So there we go. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please click my subscribe button. I will be doing lots more videos once I've got my room sorted. And I can arrange my time a bit better. So I've been doing quite a bit of decorating recently. So I'll see you soon. So I'm Sharon. This has been Be Divine Vintage. Please find me on Etsy, Instagram and Facebook, all as Be Divine, BeAdivine Vintage. Bye bye.